Welcome to the Mind Your Movies podcast. I'm Ryan,
I'm Shane.
and today we're talking about the best movies to watch around Valentine's Day. So this is coming out only a few days before, so it's gonna be time to crack into some romance or I have some weird stuff for you guys, so we'll
Oh
see.
boy. Yeah, there's a lot of directions to take this, but yeah, I'm curious where we'll go with this. We each have five movies, and I've got a few honorable mentions. I don't know if you do,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean that's basically it. And stick around for the end of the episode. We're gonna announce our picks for next week's episode about Marvel movies. We don't know what each other has picked yet, so you know I haven't seen a lot of Marvel movies. I might have to sit down and just like Clockwork Orange, my eyes open, and and binge through like 20 of them. We'll see. But yeah, that's at the end of the episode. First, we're talking Valentine's Day movies. Do you want to kick it off, Ryan? Do you want to start or?
Sure. Yeah. These aren't in any particular order, but I guess I'll just start with uh, maybe my tamest pick, which is The Sound of Music. Um,
Ah,
I'm squeezing this bad baby in all the time in the episodes, it seems. Stretching it as much as I can. It has some romance in it. I mean, it's also just an awesome movie. This movie has some amazing scenery of the Alps. It's got a nice little love story and mostly like a family love kind of thing building up throughout the whole movie. It also takes place uh, during or during the lead up to, I guess, World War II. So it's got like a period piece to it. Uh, it's amazing. It's got a lot of music. So I was kind of between La La Land or The Sound of Music in terms of like a musical thing. And I went with The Sound of Music. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I have to recommend it.
that is fascinating because I also picked a musical for my number five, and I was also between this movie and La La Land. Uh, La La Land is sort of my honorable mention because my number five movie is The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, which is a huge inspiration on La La Land. So I thought it made more sense to go with the original rather than La La Land. I feel like it's kind of a mashup of Umbrellas of Cherbourg and uh, Singing in the Rain. But yeah, Umbrellas of Cherbourg, that's my number five. The reason it's my number five, it's 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 not the most uplifting. This is a tearjerker. It'll make you cry, but it's beautiful. The color, everything, like it's so well done. It's only like 94 minutes long. I will say it is musical all the way throughout. They sing from beginning to end. There's no, normal scenes and then singing and then back to normal. It's just all sung front to back. But yeah, just incredible, iconic ending. Great, just the set design and the music and everything is so well done. Great story. Definitely more if you're looking for like a romantic tearjerker classic. I feel like that this is a good direction to go. But it's funny that we both picked musicals for number five.
Yeah. And this is Jacques Demy, yeah.
Yeah,
This
yes,
is
from
Agnes Varda's husband, which I didn't know until kind of recently.
yes, yep. And this is I haven't seen all of his movies, but this is my favorite of his movies that I've seen.
Nice. Very cool. That is funny. And funny that we both, so you kind of get three for the price of two picks here because La La Land, I guess,
Yeah,
has to be an honorable mention. We both recommended here.
yeah,
Just barely didn't make the cut for both of us. So funny.
yep.
Um,
All right, that's our musical slot. We don't have like categories or anything like that, but I feel like some of my movies have different like ideal scenarios to watch them, including some of my honorable mentions. But anyway,
nice. Yeah, I kind of tried to go somewhat category E here just to give a little diversity. I feel like, I mean, here's my thing, right? A lot of rom-coms can kind of just be uh uh
paint by numbers.
yeah, and there's just it's pretty simple and that could be awesome and you can love that. And I'm happy if you love that. But also, if that's what you're looking for Valentine's Day, I'm sure you already have in mind a few options, And
Yeah.
so, you know, I I didn't stick with too many of those. But my next pick actually is it's not really as paint by numbers, but it is kind of, boy meets girl, fall in love, blah blah. And this is A Nice Indian Boy, which is also one I've mentioned kind of recently on the podcast because it's from last year. It came out. Um, and this is uh, a queer romance between a uh, uh, an Indian man and a like adopted Indian man. So he's a white man that was adopted into an Indian family. So there's kind of some interesting like cultural things going on too. But overall,
Is
it's just yeah, good.
Are they in India or are they in America or
They're in America. Yeah, good question.
gotcha.
So they're in I think it's in like California, and but it's very inspired by like Bollywood classics, and there's even a lot of mentions to uh, um, a very famous Bollywood movie that I'm forgetting the name of. I've never seen it, but it's mentioned in the movie quite a bit. Um, but yeah, and this one, it's just like a really heartwarming. It's a really nice, cute story that has some ups and downs, and it kind of does fall into that classic rom com story arc more so than any of my other picks by far. But it was really heartwarming when I watched it. It's a nice queer story. So if you're looking for something like that, and it's got a lot of marriage stuff in it, which is interesting. So, if you're looking for a queer marriage centered kind of intercultural romance, here you go.
All right. If you're the one person out there looking for that specific formula, no, I'm just kidding. Cool. And what's the title of that one again?
That's A Nice Indian Boy.
A Nice Indian Boy. Okay. So that's cool. My number three is also a little more uh rom-com standard a little bit. But my number four is not. My number four is my favorite movie out of my top five, but I only put it at number four because I don't it I think the three out of it are better to watch on Valentine's Day. They're more date night type of movies. My number four is Punch Drunk Love. L- Great, great movie, incredible. Another one that's nice and short, right around 90 minutes, maybe like 95 minutes. Um, but yeah, Adam Sandler plays Barry Egan, who is has some severe social deficiencies. He's an outcast. He's yeah, all of this, and yeah, we follow him as he sort of by chance meets Emily Watson, and then he's sort of enchanted by her, and they're sort of enchanted by each other, but they're Barry is such a strange guy that he has trouble with all this. He's collecting pudding for the air miles, of course, classic. And yeah, I just love this movie. This is another one. This one and The Umbrellas of Cherbourg will probably make you cry. My top three probably less likely to make you cry. But yeah, Punch Drunk Love, just a beautiful movie, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, one of one of my favorite directors. So yeah, great, great movie. Uh, Only not number one because I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's a little bit deep. I feel like my top three are a little bit breezier and like less, hitching in your in your soul, you know?
Yeah,
So anyway, but yeah, Punch Drunk Love, love the movie. Love Punch Drunk Love. There you go.
that makes sense. Yeah, that's awesome. I um only barely didn't include that in my list. That was going to be on my honorable mentions, but I actually figured I was like, you know what? I think Shane's going to put this on the list.
Yeah,
So
I had to put it on there.
awesome. Um, nice. My next movie is a animated movie from Japan called Your Name from 2016.
That is funny. I was thinking about putting that on my list and I didn't. There we go.
We've got a lot of overlap in our thoughts, I guess,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is good. We only barely are missing on some of these, which is good. So, yeah, this is a really weird story. It has some Freaky Friday vibes. There's these like two teenagers that are waking up in each other's uh, waking up as each other, I guess, on like
They
alternating
switch
days.
yeah, they like switch bodies, consciousness and body swap. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then and then it stops happening, but they've kind of gotten used to it. And so we're following I think we follow the boy trying to figure out what's going on, and he's trying to find her, and there's clearly uh some romance going on and everything, and then there's some mystery of what actually happened. So this is a really like multi-dimensional movie. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's pretty awesome. It's like it's gorgeous. It has a lot of stuff going on, so it's not really just about the romance, but that's definitely there, and it's an important part of the movie. So I
It's
do
the
strongly
main.
recommend it.
Yeah, I feel like the romance is the primary thing. It's just like a like sci-fi or like fantasy like thing around the romance.
Yeah,
But
and that is
yeah,
what's driving everything forward. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah, definitely this is a cool movie. I feel like when I watched it, this movie like when it came out, it was like kind of a phenomenon. So when I watched it, I was a little bit like I liked it, but I didn't maybe my expectations were too high. But it is like a really good movie and the animation's very well done. A lot of great animation. I was going to say a lot of great shots, but I guess a lot of great drawings. But yeah.
But and also like it does have interesting cinematographical like things that they do. Like I don't really know how you describe because it's not actually camera motion,
Yeah,
but
the camera's sweeping around and swooping and sweeping and all this. Yeah,
yeah.
very dramatic and big emotions in this movie, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Yeah, good pick. So that's your number three. My number three is sort of the most rom-com-ish movie on here. It's called Rye Lane. Rye, Rye, kind of like the bread. Rye Lane, directed by Rain Allen Miller. This came out only a couple years ago. It's a British movie starring David Johnson, has kind of been like a breakout star recently. He was in Alien Romulus and The Long Walk. Um, and also Vivian Oparah. And they are both people who they kind of have both recently gotten out of relationships. They have like kind of, a rom-com meet cute, awkward meet cute kind of a situation. And a lot of it, I mean, a lot of it does follow rom-com things, like the formula of a rom-com, but it's really only set, I think, within like maybe 24 to 48 hours. So it's really these people meeting, and the most of the movie is set over that time, from what I remember. Um, but yeah, it's the chemistry between the two of them is really good, and it since it is the very beginning of this, it's not like they meet and immediately they're just like in love, but it has sort of the chemistry building and like they're getting to know each other, and you can tell that there's a chemistry there that works really well. And also the direction is really good. This movie's very like it this one only 82 minutes. So it's very short runtime. It's very quick. The use of color and everything is really well done. So it's a very like vibrant movie. It is genuinely very funny, I thought too. And so yeah, this one is like if you're looking for a rom-com and you don't want to just go back and rewatch, because I feel like Hollywood doesn't make. I feel like when we were kids and in like the 90s and 2000s basically the like there would just be random rom-coms that would just come out and be like, oh, Matthew McConaughey was in like five rom-coms this year, and then there's and they all have a white poster and they're like standing back to back and you can't tell the difference between any of them, and like they were just all over the place. And now I feel like that's not really the case. Maybe there are some on like streaming services and stuff, but I feel like the Hollywood rom-com has sort of died off. But this is not really that. This is like an indie, really well-made version of that, I think. So overall, would really recommend it. Also, Rain Allen Miller, this is her like first movie, and she has another movie that's like in production now. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that whenever it probably won't come out till like 2027 or something, but looking forward to that because this is a very she definitely has a lot of potential. This is like a really good debut.
Nice. Awesome. That sounds great.
Yeah,
Um,
and just so people know, in the US at least, it's streaming on Hulu right now. So yeah, that's where you can watch it.
nice. Nice. Um, awesome. Well, my next pick is going to deviate a little bit from standard rom-com stuff again, just to get another genre in there. I'm hitting you with a somewhat actiony movie here,
Oh
which
boy,
is oh
I know your number one is going to be a horror movie now. It's
I don't know what you're
guaranteed.
talking
It's
about.
guaranteed.
I might have picked the craziest movie I could for number one, but
I
we'll get there.
I have a guess, and it would be insane if you had picked it, but we'll see. What's your
Uh,
number two? We
my
go.
number
Number two is an
two,
action. You
number
said.
two, Hitman. This is the Glenn Powell movie. Did you pick it?
Hitman is my number one. Oh my gosh. Hitman is my
Wow.
number one. Yep.
Funny. This is we've done quite a few top fives now, and this is actually the first time I think where we've run into a situation where we've actually both had the same movie on our list, not in our honorable mentions.
Yeah, it's pretty rare. And we're having a lot of like crossover with the honorable mentions and stuff, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, this and my number two are actually kind of similar. I wasn't sure which one to put. But we can just talk about Hitman now. I mean,
Yeah. I guess it's your number two now.
sure.
Yeah, this movie's awesome. This only came out a couple years ago, and it's Glenn Powell kind of killing it as a fake hitman. And
All right. No, you're done. We're done talking about Hitman. He's killing it. No, no, it's over.
oh,
No,
you
you
have
no.
to,
We
you
have to
have to.
wait. We have to wait until my number one. Now we can't talk about the movie.
It's right there, the lowest hanging fruit possible.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So yeah, he's a pretend hitman helping the police to catch people who are trying to hire a hitman.
yeah.
And yeah, he meet Adria Arjona is sort of a potential client that he meets. And then there's romance, there's twists and turns. I don't think we should say anything else about the plot. But yeah, this is a great movie.
Yeah, it's funny. It's got a lot of really great scenes, and the romance kind of builds up in a fun way, and by the end, oh my god, there's just a lot of memorable stuff I feel like in this movie where
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to it a lot, which I think tells you that it's a pretty awesome movie.
Yeah, this movie's great. And this is like a perfect date night movie, I feel like. Like anyone will enjoy it. It has like comedy, it's exciting. The chemistry between both of them is like incredible. So yeah, definitely and eye candy for both of them. Glenn Powell and Adria
Oh
Arjona.
yeah.
That's a hot couple.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah, it is also on Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original, maybe.
yeah, I think they bought it out of like yeah, they bought it
Yeah.
out of maybe some festivals.
So if you have Netflix, you can watch it there. Otherwise, I'm sure you can do whatever you can do. But it is definitely worth watching, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, great movie. A little bit of dark comedy as well, definitely. So yeah, this is an enjoyable one. Cool. That's why it was my
Nice.
number one. And my number two is actually also kind of a crime romance blend. It's Out of Sight from 1998, directed by Steven Soderbergh, starring George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. George Clooney is a criminal who uh, is trying to plan one last heist. Jennifer Lopez is a cop a federal, maybe like FBI or something, and she's like trying to hunt him down. It's told in non-chronological order a lot of the time. There's a lot of, I mean, this is like a stylish Steven Soderbergh movie, so there's like we got freeze frames, we're jump cutting, we're cutting between time. It's a little bit like all over the place like that. But yeah, this is another one that really the chemistry between the leads is like a big part of what makes this a good Valentine's Day movie, I think. And then also there's another one where at least, stereotypically the if it's a woman is probably going to want the romance, man's going to want the crime aspect of the movie. You put them together, and that's why I think Hitman and Out of Sight are like both great Valentine's Day movies because it's got a little bit of something for everyone.
Nice.
You can't, if you just watch some shitty rom-com, you're gonna be like, this is kind of boring. And then you can't watch Heat on Valentine's Day. That would be crazy. So this is
That is very well said. You know. Yeah. If you're just going for the movie Valentine's Day, then there's you're not getting something for everyone. You know, if you're just going
yeah.
for heat, again, you're not getting something. Valentine's Day is all about making those compromises, finding something that everyone will enjoy, and maybe that is Valentine's Day or heat for your couple. But
That'd be sick.
that'd be sick.
That'd be mad if every Valentine's Day you're like, all right, crank up Heat. She's got a great ass.
Nice. That's awesome.
Didn't
Okay,
expect to whip
Shane.
out the Al Pacino great ass impression on Valentine's Day episode. But yeah, anyway, what were you gonna say?
Soundbite it. Um, Shane, what is your guess on my number one?
So that's a great question. I like this game because we already did my number one, so I gotta have something. Uh, so the most fucked up thing you could do right now, the most fucked up, is pick Audition. That would be depraved. Is that what you're doing?
I did not pick Audition,
All
although it
right.
was on my short list of options
See,
for
yeah,
number.
that's fucked up. That's a little like even that putting on the short list is like you should you might be on a watch list now. The FBI Jennifer Lopez might come out of sight and into the real world and hunt you down.
I just want everyone to know this is why I'm not allowed to pick movies very often. This is what I do to people. um, yeah, I did. So
So it's not Audition.
I'm at least one step away from Audition. I picked. It's a newer movie that's now streaming, which is kind of cool. So you can watch this on Hulu. This is
Oh,
a
I
movie.
know what it
This is a
is.
movie from last year.
I know what it is. I have not seen it, so I couldn't pick it.
Well, it's called Together. It is the Michael Shanks movie from last year, starring Alison Brie and Dave Franco as a kind of troubled romance that move into a new house and have to get through some crazy stuff. And um, it's kind of Cronenbergian. You know, you've got some weird uh, body. I mean, I think all the posters show that this is a body horror movie, but it's also at its core about the romance. So I feel validated in picking it. And it's fucked up, but it's also somewhat touching. And if you watch this on Valentine's Day, you deserve a prize. So do that. It's awesome. It's a crazy movie. It's I got to see it in theaters last year, and I might rewatch it this weekend. Who knows?
There you
Why
go.
not?
All
This
right.
movie's awesome.
That makes a lot of sense.
uh,
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I don't have much to say about it. But I will say I I picked I mean, should we just go straight to honorable mentions? I've got a few that I wanted to mention.
Audition. No.
Audition, dishonorable mention. Do not watch on Valentine's Day. Uh, yeah. So one that almost was on the list, and I just took it off, was City Lights. Charlie Chaplin, classic movie, great romance. Just a beautiful movie. It's technically not. It has synchronous sound, but it is in the style of a silent movie. There's no dialogue or anything, and so it's a little. It might be a tough watch to be like, hey, let's watch this 95-year-old movie on Valentine's Day. That is a definitely a some people I would say foolishly would just, you know, not want to watch it. But it's a great movie. So that one barely made almost made the list. And then I had a couple sort of alternative options. So I thought a great option for a movie if you don't want like romantic love, but you want something with friendship and that type of relationship, One of Them Days would be a great movie to watch on Valentine's Day. Another one that's like nice and short, about 90 minutes. Stars SZA and Kiki Palmer. Great chemistry between the two of them. They get into hijinks, and it's light, it's breezy, and it's fun. And if you don't want to be focusing on romantic relationships, then you want to focus on friendship. I think that's a good one. And then if you want something about sort of love in a more general sense of like compassion, empathy, something, love your neighbor, uh, stuff like that, the documentary "Won't You Be My Neighbor" about Mr. Rogers, I think that would be a yeah, I think that would be a great one to watch about just loving everyone, and a person who really embodied that. And it's a great documentary. So those are some alternative options. Another alternative option, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Animated Batman movie, great romance. Obviously it's Batman, so it's a little bit of a star-crossed lovers, I mean, it's, sort of It's a troubled relationship, but just a great movie. And if you're into superhero stuff, that one could be worth watching. So anyway,
Nice. Nice. Those are great. Hey, I love mixing in some like friendship based movies because
yeah,
you know, that's an important part of the Valentine's Day spirit too, right? Is all that stuff. So nice. Um
yep.
one that almost made my list, but I ended up for my like traditional rom-com slot, obviously. I went with the more recent A Nice Indian Boy, but When Harry Met Sally is maybe my favorite rom-com, and Rob Reiner just passed away last year, so this year, no, last year, whatever, recently, and so
Yeah.
recent, and so a good, if you're thinking of a an iconic kind of classic one, this would be probably what I would suggest this year because it's got in some ways it's kind of a tribute to him, and it's streaming this year, so it's on Hulu if you're into that.
Nice.
Would also recommend Eternity, which is uh, a movie from also last year, but again kind of recent. I think towards the end of last year. Um, and this was actually just really cute and really funny, but it's the sci-fi one, so it's actually like a love story in the afterlife where uh
Sci-fi.
kind of, right?
I get. I
I mean, it's
mean,
the
I get.
afterlife. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah. Sure.
It's well, I
I
guess not
don't
really
know.
sci-fi. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's not really
Maybe
sci-fi, but that's okay.
yeah,
It's yeah.
kind
I
of
get.
fantasy. I don't know, whatever. It's in the afterlife, whatever you want to call that. It's not horror. There's no horror here, I promise.
Yeah.
Um, but we've got Elizabeth Olsen is has passed away, and her like first love and her husband of many years are both there waiting for her, and so kind of a cute, interesting, weird story. And my last one, this might be a crazy pick, but it's only 11 minutes long, so you know what? If you're looking for something experimental this Valentine's Day, I gotta throw a Breckage in there if I can. This is Stan Breckage's like maybe like one of his really early movies. It might be like his second or third actual film. Do you know which one I'm talking about, Shane?
No,
What
but there's not a single one that you should watch on Valentine's Day.
this is called The Wedlock House, an intercourse, and
Oh boy. Oh boy.
it's 11 minutes long. You get negative images of what I presume is actual sex between him and his then wife or Jane. I don't know if they were married yet at the time, but it doesn't really matter.
I don't
Um,
know. I haven't seen this one, so I don't know.
it's it's weird. I mean, if you're into experimental film at all, I would definitely recommend it because it is kind of a cool piece of that. It's early in Stan Breckage's career, and you've got some cool use of like negative images, and you've also got some cool like oscillating light. And I mean, one of the cool things about experimental film, in my opinion, is you're only watching this for 11 minutes, but you might spend a lot of time thinking about what it means and all that stuff. So if you're into watching something absolutely batshit with your significant other this Valentine's Day, I'd recommend you start with an 11-minute viewing of Stan Breckage's Wedlock House and Intercourse. Then, while you're thinking about it independently, you watch together. And then after, you come back together over dinner and you talk about Wedlock House and what it means together. There you go. Have a
All
terrible
right.
time.
Okay. I never could have suspected.
Why don't I ever get to pick out the date nights around you? I don't get it.
Like first we're gonna watch Audition, and we're gonna watch Irreversible. We're gonna watch all the
Uh,
worst movies you could ever imagine. Yeah. All right, cool.
yeah. So
Nice honorable
there's
mentions. One
yeah.
one honorable mention I wanted to say is Patterson, the Jim Jarmusch movie. It's from like 10 years ago. Great movie. A lot of it's about like art, but also he's a poet and a bus driver, and so it's kind of about art in sort of everyday life, not within like the context of being like a famous artist. But also like the relationship between Adam Driver and his wife in the movie. The it's a very nice depiction of a married couple without it being necessarily like a ton of conflict in the relationship. It's actually like it's from like a healthy, positive depiction of marriage. And that's a very good movie about art, just about life, just about the appreciating the small things in life. So I think that one is also worth recommending. So that's all.
Nice.
That's all for my honorable mentions.
Awesome. So you guys ended up with I don't know, a little bit over maybe like 15 or so
Wow.
movies here. And we hit so many genre. That's so much different genre. That's awesome. I think
Yeah.
hopefully in that
And
mix, you've got something for everyone. So
yes, and I think we have found out that Hitman might be the perfect Valentine's Day movie for this year, being that it was my number one, it was your number two. I think that that's got to be the winner of the episode.
yeah, that it's hard to deny that. I mean, yeah,
It's
watch
pretty
it.
awesome.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Maybe I'll have to rewatch it. I haven't seen it since it came out, whatever that was, two years ago maybe. Um so yeah, maybe I'll have to rewatch it. All right.
It's time.
That's it for our top 5. That was pretty quick.
That was pretty good.
Our
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our Valentine's Day movies. If you're getting ready for the big Valentine's Day, hopefully you this helps you pick something out.
Yes.
Um,
If you want, I at least I have a list on my letterbox. You can go to letterbox, type in mind your movies, all one word. And if you want, you can follow our letterbox account. We would appreciate it. And in the bio, you can find both my account and Ryan's account. They're linked and you can follow us there. But I have a list there with all the movies, at least my picks. So you can find it there and put them on your watch list or whatever.
yeah, and you can similarly go to mine. I have a list also. It's uh it's got all these things, so just go on there and you can find that. Um,
Make sure you add audition to yours.
yes, yep, that's right.
Audition can be a late addition. Cool.
um,
All right.
nice.
I mean, I think it's time now. The anticipation is killing me. So if anyone this is their first time watching, this is one of our half episodes. And on our full episodes, we have a certain topic which gets pulled out of this cup. It's a random topic. We have like dozens, maybe hundreds of topics in the cup. And our topic for next week is Marvel movies. It does not have to be MCU. Just needs to be based on a Marvel like comic book of some kind or comic character from Marvel. Uh, and normally sometimes we'll pick at the end of the episode, but recently we've been not doing that and we're kind of waiting. And actually, neither of us know what the other one has picked. So I'm on pins and needles because there are some movies here where now I'm going to have to watch several movies in order to understand what's going on,
That's right.
depending on what you pick. Because
Yeah.
I'm not a big MCU guy. But do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? How should we do it?
I can go first. The advantage here is for your pick is I've seen a lot of Marvel already. Um, much of the MCU. I mean, anything that you could possibly have picked, I think I either have seen or don't have a lot of build up I have to watch. If I picked Infinity War, you would have probably a miserable 12 movies to watch or whatever. I don't know.
No, I've seen the first Avengers movie like when it came out, and then pretty much after that I was like I didn't watch anything. So I could if you picked Infinity War, I could probably just watch like uh Age of Ultron, Civil War, and I'd probably be fine, right?
Oh boy, this guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
There's a lot of stuff in that movie, but
I'll just see it and I'll be like, who the fuck is that guy?
yeah, I
Whatever.
it would be
I
crazy
have
to
seen some
pick.
others. I've seen Black Panther, I've seen Captain
Yeah.
Marvel, so I've seen a couple.
Oh, okay. All right. It would be crazy, I think, to pick like Endgame and you not actually watch anything leading up to it. That'd be crazy. But
I do know how Infinity War ends,
yeah,
and so I kind of like have had it spoiled just because those are like two of the most popular movies of recent years. So yeah, I would say picking Endgame. Well, I don't fucking know. Pick whatever you want.
yeah. I did not do that. I was weighing between two options pretty much all week, and I landed on. I've talked about doing this to you before, and I'm picking Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3, Volume
Okay.
3, and here's the thing though: is this can be kind of a standard. The Guardians movies you can kind of just watch them if you like. You can watch Volume 3 without the buildup, but also, if you want to watch the build-up, it's only 3 movies, and honestly, they're all pretty freaking awesome. So
I've
I
seen the first Guardians movie. Did not like it.
this guy sucks, guys. Come
I
on.
didn't like
What the
it.
hell's going on?
I didn't like it at all, really. it was a tough watch, to be honest. So I'll probably watch two and three. I'll probably watch two and then I'll watch the Christmas special, and then I'll watch three. How about that?
I don't think I've watched the Christmas special. I forget.
Hey,
But
I'll be the expert on the episode then. Oh boy. All right, Guardians Volume 3. Time to watch a raccoon be tortured for like half an hour or something.
it is definitely the saddest of them all. Um, yep.
Thanks.
There you
Gotta pick
go.
some guys. I could have picked Spider. Wait, what was your other thing you were thinking of? Like Spider-Man or
Marvel
something?
Zombies,
Oh,
which
okay.
is the thing is it's like we talked a little about this. It's a series, and I did still feel a little weird about picking the series. I mean, it's only the length of a movie, but
I mean, it's a mini series, right? Like, is there going to be a season two, or is this the entire thing?
I have no idea.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think ultimately I was like, maybe I'll watch an episode and see, but then I was like, well, if I'm gonna watch an episode, like it just feels like a weird way to approach it if I'm like, well, I can watch an episode and decide. Because then I'm like watching, it's like pausing a movie
Yeah,
30
you're
minutes.
watching.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So
I gotcha. I gotcha. All
so I
right.
just ended up going with Guardians 3. It's maybe my highest rated Marvel movie. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but it's
All right.
definitely high up there on the list. So
There is part of me that is like, maybe I will like it in that I like the new Superman, and I really liked James Gunn's Suicide Squad, like the Suicide Squad. Um, so I feel like that first Guardians movie, like James Gunn just didn't really have much creative juice. Well, not
mhm.
juice, but like power. Like I feel
Yeah.
like he was just overpowered by Marvel, and they just made it into what, in my opinion, came off as a pretty generic Marvel movie. And I know that's going to be controversial to a lot of people. A lot of people like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's fine. I just didn't really connect with it at all. But but maybe as the series goes on, there will be a little more James Gunn, and it'll be a little more creative, and it'll be uh be better. So
I
hopefully,
I
I think
think
I'll
Volume 3 probably feels the most James Gunnian, I
mm.
would say. So um, you know,
Which has its pros and cons. Not that I'm a James Gunn super fan, you know. Peacemaker season one really good. Peacemaker season two is a little mixed bag.
all right, there we go.
But anyway, all right. It's time for me to announce mine. I was looking through, and I had my instinct told me to do something. And then I was looking, and I said, oh, well, I could pick a movie I haven't seen before. There's the X-Men movies. I could pick one of these. I could pick fucking Winter Soldier or something like that. There's Spider-Man movies. We could do Sam Raimi Spider-Man. That would be fun. But at the end of the day, I came back home. And I said, this is my guy. This is my favorite. And this is where it all started. I mean, I guess there are a couple like Marvel adaptations before of like the shitty Fantastic Four and the shitty Captain America from like the early 90s. But really, I think the movie that set off the 21st century uh, superhero movie takeover, even though it came out in 1998, is Blade.
Yeah.
So we're doing Blade. I'll be rewatching the entire trilogy, but I'm picking Blade 1. I feel like Blade 1 has the most iconic sequences. Blade 2 is directed by Guillermo del Toro, and it might be better than Blade 1, but I don't think it makes that much sense to just pick Blade 2. So I'm picking the original Blade, Wesley Snipes, just iconic. Yeah, not in the MCU. Don't have to watch anything else to understand it. Doesn't have crossover. There's no multiverse. You know what it is? He's a half vampire and he has to kill vampires. That is a superhero. I don't need multiverses and stones and whatever, all this stuff with pocket universes.
Oh man. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited to rewatch the Blade movie. So we're doing Blade 1 and Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Sick.
Blardians of the Galaxy 3.
Blardians, or we can call it Blade 3. That'd be like
Blade, Blade Volume 3. I like Blardians of the Galaxy,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Volume
Excellent.
3.
Volume 3.
Because then
Implying that, yeah.
it also makes sense, I feel like, to start with Blade and then
Yeah.
move forward in time. That's also, yeah, all right, cool. Um, all right.
Yeah. I do think Guardians 3, I mean, the like thinking of Marvel, right? Blade, like you said, kind of kickstarts what becomes Marvel's kind of taking off, maybe. And Guardians 3 is really like, I would argue, it might be like the last thing in the MCU that people actually cared about. Um, I mean, I think they've
We'll see
done,
how Doomsday goes.
yeah, but I feel like because now, like, they've done a lot of stuff that has just kind of been too connected to miniseries and like too connected to things that, um, to characters that people aren't invested in yet, right? And and I think this might be like the best or biggest post Endgame thing that they were able to do. So, whatever that means to you guys, uh, it's yeah, I recommend. Well, whatever. Join
Cool.
us for Blardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes, that'll be sick. Kind of cool. We're bookending the big MCU era. But yeah, cool. That'll be next week. Um, watch those. And then we got some fun stuff coming up. I don't really know. But you can, if you're watching on YouTube, give us a like, comment down below. What's your favorite movie to watch on Valentine's Day? Um, if you watch like Taxi Driver on Valentine's Day, God bless you. I'm wishing for the best for you. Uh, watch it, man, this year. Um, follow us on YouTube, follow us on the podcast apps. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. You can give us 5 stars if you're on Apple Podcasts. You just have to scroll down. It's really, really easy. We would appreciate it. And yeah, I guess that's it. Don't forget to mind your movies.